You know exactly what you need to do. That project, that workout, that difficult conversation, it's crystal clear in your mind. Yet, here you are, maybe scrolling, maybe watching this video, doing anything but that thing. Why? Why is there often this chasm between knowing and doing? What if the most powerful tool to bridge that gap wasn't invented in a Silicon Valley lab or an app, but forged centuries ago in the heart of empires facing chaos, plagues, and wars? We all battle it, that inner voice whispering excuses. Let's call it the comfort gremlin. It tells you you're not ready yet. What if you fail? You don't feel motivated, or, my personal favorite, it's just too big. Start tomorrow. I spent weeks putting off outlining this very video, telling myself I needed more research. The perfect opening line. Classic gremlin tactics. This isn't just modern laziness, it's a deeply human struggle. But some figures in history faced pressures far beyond our looming deadlines and overflowing inboxes. And they developed a potent mental toolkit to combat this very paralysis. I'm talking about the Stoics. Now, forget dusty philosophy tomes for a second. Think of Stoicism as a practical operating system for the human mind, developed by people like Marcus Aurelius, an emperor ruling Rome while battling barbarian invasions and a devastating plague, yet still finding time to write profound personal reflections in his meditations. Or Epictetus, born a slave, physically broken, who taught that true freedom lies only in mastering your inner world. Or Seneca, a statesman navigating treacherous Roman politics, writing about tranquility amidst chaos. These weren't ivory tower academics. They were practitioners building mental resilience in the real, often brutal world of antiquity. Their secret weapon against the comfort gremlin? Shifting focus from what they couldn't control, like plagues, politics, other people, to the only thing they truly could, their own thoughts and actions. So, how does this ancient toolkit dismantle our modern excuses? Let's tackle them with Stoic challenges. Challenge 1. The Stoic response to your fear of failure. The gremlin screams, what if you mess up? What if it's rejected? What if you look stupid? It paralyzes us with potential negative outcomes. The Stoic response, echoed by Marcus Aurelius, is to differentiate fiercely between your effort and the outcome. Your effort, the research, the writing, the practice, is within your control. The outcome, whether people like it, whether you get the promotion, whether the project succeeds, is largely external, influenced by countless factors beyond you. Is that hard to do when you have nothing but mounting bills? Sure, but let me ask you this. When has worrying more ever helped you do better? Focus on putting in your best, virtuous effort now, because that really is all you can do. Failure, seen through this lens, isn't a catastrophe, but data, an external event you can respond to virtuously. It disarms the fear. Challenge 2. The Stoic response to feeling overwhelmed. This project is huge. Where do I even start? Cries the gremlin. It magnifies the task until it feels impossible. The Stoics countered this with logic and segmentation. Seneca, advising on managing life's complexities, essentially advocated breaking things down. Think of it like building a Roman aqueduct, not one impossible task, but a series of manageable actions. Survey the land, quarry the stone, lay the foundation, build the arches. The Stoic approach is to logically dissect the overwhelming whole into its constituent parts, focusing only on the immediate next step within your control. You don't need to conquer the mountain today. You just need to take the first step. It's interesting how these ancient strategies directly counter the excuses we still use. Before we tackle the biggest excuse of all, I'm curious, which of these two, the fear of failure or feeling overwhelmed, trips you up the most when you procrastinate? What does that comfort gremlin usually whisper to you? Let me know in the comments below. Understanding our own patterns is the first step. Challenge 3. The Stoic response to I don't feel motivated. This is the big one. The gremlin insists, wait until you feel inspired. You need to be in the mood. Modern culture often tells us to follow our feelings. The Stoics offered a radically different, perhaps more powerful approach. They argued that relying on fleeting emotions like motivation is a recipe for inaction. Epictetus, despite his enslavement, taught that virtue is found in doing what is right and rational, regardless of how you feel. The motivation isn't the prerequisite for action. Action itself, done virtuously, is the point. It's about radical acceptance, accepting the discomfort, the lack of inspiration, the boredom, and doing the task anyway because it's the rational, responsible, controllable thing to do right now. Don't wait for the feeling. Generate the action. The feeling might follow, or it might not, but the work gets done. So this ancient toolkit, which tools focusing on internal control, distinguishing effort from outcome, breaking down tasks logically, and acting virtuously regardless of feeling, isn't about suppressing emotion or becoming unfeeling robots. It's about reclaiming agency. It's understanding that while the world throws challenges, distractions, and discomfort at us, just as it did for the Romans, our power lies in our response. My own struggle with outlining this video, I eventually just applied the logical breakdown, commit to writing one paragraph, the next controllable step. Suddenly, the gremlin quieted down. This Stoic antidote doesn't magically make difficult tasks easy, but it systematically dismantles the excuses we use to avoid them. It shifts the battleground from the unpredictable external world to the internal realm where we can exert control. It's about building the mental fortitude to act despite fear, overwhelm, or apathy. The struggles Marcus Aurelius faced leading an empire seem worlds away from us, trying to finish a report or clean the garage. But the internal landscape, the fears, the doubts, the lure of comfort, remains remarkably similar. The Stoics offer not just historical curiosity, but enduring psychological strategies. So, here's a final thought, a challenge perhaps. If you could truly integrate one of these Stoic principles, focusing only on your effort, logically breaking down tasks, or acting regardless of feeling into your daily life starting tomorrow, which one would have the biggest impact on your procrastination and why? What part of your life feels most resistant to action right now? Share your thoughts below. Let's build a community exploring how this ancient wisdom can help us navigate our modern lives with a bit more action and a lot less internal friction. And if you like this dive into human psychology through history, please consider liking and subscribing for more videos like this. Thanks for watching Historic Psychology, and I'll see you on the next one.